Alright, hello and welcome to Games for Gamers. I am your host, Morbid.
And I'm M2.
And we are continuing our campaign playthrough of Arkham Horror, the card game.
Yep.
And today we are starting a new one.
Yeah.
And it is called the Circle Undone.
Yep.
Now, normally, you notice we usually have everything set up, but this says to wait, and I guess we gotta do some story stuff.
Yeah.
We will be doing easy mode.
And then if you notice, we don't have any characters over here.
Yeah, we have nothing.
Nope.
We are gonna please like, share, and subscribe.
Yep.
Ring the notification bell.
Ding.
And I think that's all that fun stuff. So, this is actually going to be Prologue Scenario 0. This is actually just an introduction. It's called Disappearance at the Twilight Estate. There's a lot of stuff here, people, so... Sunday, November 22nd, 1925, Arkham, Massachusetts. Though All Hallows Eve is nearly a month past, a grim melancholy lingers throughout the town. Each morning, a thick fog permeates the streets. Nights are beginning to grow longer, and if you ask around town, you'll hear people swear that it's getting darker too. But despite the gloomy mood, progress continues in the sleepy town of Arkham. The election of Nathaniel Rose to the United States Senate has upstanding members of the community feeling optimistic about the town's future. And tonight, at his well-appointed estate in French Hill, a man named Joseph Miger hosts the Silver Twilight Lodge's Charity Gala, an annual members-only event that will turn deadly for several attendees. Each player must choose one of the following neutral investigators control for the duration of this prologue: Gabriella Mizra, Jerome Davids, Penny White, or Valentino Rivas. Throughout this prologue, you will play through this character's story and make choices that will determine his or her fate. Your choice of investigator has no direct effect on your standard investigator deck, though the results of the prologue will influence the story.
Alright then.
Do not assemble an investigator deck for any neutral investigator. Instead, gather the cards listed on the reverse side. These cards will be used in that investigator's unique setup. All listed cards are level 0 unless otherwise noted. If there are 3 or fewer players in the campaign, in the missing persons section of your campaign log, cross out the profiles of any of the neutral investigators who are not chosen. So, we're each going to play 2. So we'll pick them and then we'll build our decks.
Yep.
We'll do the deck building off camera though.
Yeah.
So, honey, you pick one and...
Okay.
What do you want to do at random? You want to roll 4-sided dice?
Sure.
Okay, let's do that. Go grab a 4-sided. Let's do it purely random. Okay, get out the tower. So you'll roll first. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. 1.
1. I will roll. So we'll just do 2, 3, 4.
1.
What, you got a 6-sided dice?
6-sided? Alright.
Yeah, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
2.
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1.
Alright. So put that back. Alright, I am playing Valentino Rivas, a wealthy philanthropist. 1 will, 3 investigate, 2 combat, 4 agility, Silver Twilight socialite, fast action. During a skill test you are performing, spend 2 resources. Reduce the difficulty of this test by 1. Limit once per round. Elder Sign effect. +1, gain 2 resources. I have 5 health and 7 sanity. Read one of yours.
Alright, I'm playing Penny White, who is Joseph's housekeeper, which has 4 will, 1 intellect, 3 combat, and 2 evade. And as a response, after you succeed at a skill test, during a revelation effect, discover 1 clue at your location. Limit 1 per round. And then Elder side effect is +1. If this is a skill test during a revelation effect, you may take an additional action during your next turn. And she's got 7 health and 5 sanity.
Okay, that's Valentino. So you can see him.
Oh yeah, and here's Penny White, who I'm playing.
Yeah. Okay, next one I'm going to read is Gabriella Misra, Private Security, 3 will, 2 intellect, 4 combat, 1 agility, a veteran. Response: after an enemy attacks you, even if that attack was cancelled, discover 1 clue at your location, limit once per round.
That's cool.
Elder sign effect +1, heal 1 damage and heal 1 horror.
That's
Must be from her. It doesn't say anything else.
Yeah.
8 health, 4 sanity. And that's, you can see she's pretty angry.
Alright. And I'm also playing Jerome Davids, which is Joseph's security, who has 2 will, 4 intellect, 1 combat, and 3 agility. He's an assistant in Silver Twilight. Oh, I didn't mention Penny White is just assistant. And he has, as a response, when an investigator at your location draws a treachery from the encounter deck, discard cards from your hand with a total of at least 2 intellect icons in order to cancel that card's revelation effect. Limit once per round. And then Elder side effect is +1, discover 1 clue at your location. And he's got 4 health and 8 sanity.
Okay, so we're going to build a deck real quick and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, you can see we've done some stuff here.
Let's set up our stuff. No worries. We need to shuffle the encounter deck.
Yeah, you go do that real quick.
Alright.
And I'll start reading.
3 times? Or just once?
I'll do it once. Just cut it in half, shuffle it, and then cut it to deck. Okay. So, intro. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Joseph Mager announces, raising a glass of champagne and a toast. A hush descends on the room until only the crackle of the fireplace and whispers of gossip can be heard. Allow me to welcome you into my home for this year's charity gala. We have some very upstanding citizens here tonight, and I thank all of you for your hard work and generosity. Cheers and murmurs of agreement fill the room. Many of the guests raise their glasses to Valentino, one of the most esteemed members of the lodge this year, who sits at the guest of honor table, which is nearest to the fireplace. Joseph's assistant, Jerome, blends into the wall behind Joseph, discreetly checking his pocket watch. In another corner of the room, the head housekeeper, Penny, walks from table to table, filling empty glasses and collecting dirty salad plates. Each of you has done great deeds in the name of the Silver Twilight Lodge and our historic city. Joseph continues, next year we will continue to shoulder this burden and do what must be done for the sake of progress. Jerome steps forward quietly, interrupting Joseph's speech with the unassuming confidence that comes from years of trusted service. He taps Joseph lightly on his shoulder and shows him the time. I'm afraid I am already out of time. Thank you all very much for attending, Joseph concludes, bowing. Polite applause rises from the audience, and Joseph walks briskly toward the parlor, followed closely by his assistant. 2 servants collect coats of as latecomers trickle into the manor, and Gabriella, Joseph's head of security, watches over the entrance with hard eyes and a clenched jaw. Has Mr. Sanford arrived? Joseph asks curtly, tapping his polished leather shoe on the floor. I'm afraid not, Jerome replies, flipping through the last pages of the estate's guest book. But he should be here any minute, Mr. Meager. Good. I want there to be no problem whatsoever when he arrives. Am I understood? Joseph calls out to Gabriella. Make sure he is well protected, Gabriella nods, putting the handle of her .45 in her shoulder holster. Joseph turns his attention back to the assistant, and have Penny make sure the main course is kept good and hot while we wait for Mr. Sanford's arrival. Not a single slice to be served without his presence. Not even for Mr. Rivas, sir, Jerome asks, glancing at Joseph over the rim of his thick glasses. Joseph pauses for a moment, considering. Pour Mr. Rivas another glass of champagne, and I am sure he will not complain. Also, I'm still watching on those accounts I'm still waiting on those accounts I asked about earlier today. Don't forget, Joseph says, clapping his assistant on the shoulder before walking back into the banquet hall. Jerome nods obediently and heads upstairs. Soon after, the dark mist would appear, and nothing would be the same. One at a time, each player must proceed to the intro for their chosen character and read the section aloud. Do not read any intro for a character not chosen by a player. Once each player has read his or her character's intro, proceed to setup. Who's got Gabriella? I do. Okay, Gabriella intro. You stand guard as instructed, waiting for Mr. Sanford to appear. By now, the remaining guests have filed into the banquet hall, and you can hear the sounds of merriment and drinking coming from beyond the wooden door behind you. You pay them no mind, remaining vigilant. Years of fighting and discipline have taught you to be ready for anything, even at a harmless banquet like this. Just as you begin to ponder whether your talents are being wasted under Mr. Meager's employ, a dark mist invades the parlor through the front door and the window frames, flooding the room. At first, you believe it to be only the evening fog seeping through the manor's entryway, until you begin to notice that everything the mist touches seems to have decayed as though aged hundreds of years. You step back cautiously, keeping a hand on the grip of your weapon just in case. Never in all your years have you seen something like this. An unnatural chill spreads throughout the room, and shivers run up your spine. As the ashen mist finishes pouring in, it coalesces into a singular form, a humanoid figure wrapped in shadows. It raises its hand and points at you with a charred, blackened finger. You unholster your firearm and point it at the creature, allowing your training to take over. Don't come any closer, you shout. The thing watching you from the entrance is unfazed. Its ethereal form begins to glide toward you, dark mist crawling over the carpet in its wake. I warned you, you growl, and a thunderous shot echoes through the parlor as you squeeze the trigger. The bullet rips a hole in the figure's head like a rush of air billowing through a column of smoke. The mist stitches itself together and the thing continues to drift away, reaching out menacingly. Nothing could have prepared you for combat with such an unnatural enemy. Faced with no other option, you churn and flee up the staircase nearby, pausing to squeeze off several more shots at the top. The bullets that make their target simply pass harmlessly through the ghostly figure, striking the door behind it. A few stray shots shatter a column of the staircase's wooden balustrade. Jerome intro.
Alright. Jerome intro. You carefully flip through the pages of Mr. Meager's ledger, looking for the accounts he inquired about. You have served Mr. Meager faithfully for almost a decade, and he trusts you with the sensitive information like this, a point of pride for you. While you are often curious about your employer's business, you have never pried unto his personal matters. Not until tonight, anyway. You adjust your glasses and lean forward as you turn the page regarding Mr. Meager's request. Some of the names on the list you recognize. Rivas, Gensler, Fairmont, Rhodes, Wick. But many are names you have never heard of before, let alone seen affiliated with Mr. Meager's work. Lindquist, Concessional, Magro, Astikin, Lamar. Just how deep do Mr. Meager's connections go? Strange as that may seem, it is the list of names on the page afterward that raises your hackles. While it was clear that the names on the previous pages are associates of Mr. Migers, or at least prominent members of the lodge, you can only assume that this next series of names is of people your employer is targeting. For what, you cannot say. You stand next to Joseph's desk and record the lists in your pocket journal carefully, making sure to keep the names in the exact order they appear in Mr. Migers' ledger. You hope that your suspicion is nothing more than absurd imagination of an overworked secretary. Still, something about all of this has you concerned. That the sudden draft of frigid air that has somehow wafted into the room. The sudden drift of frigid air. You gaze naturally drifts to the window, at which point you scream out in shock and lose your balance, stumbling backward towards Mr. Migers' desk. Pressed up against the office window is a host of screaming faces emerging from the mist, or perhaps composed of it. Their ghostly hands press against the glass, their eyes hollow and empty. Your reading glasses clatter to the ground and shatter under your heel as you scramble to the other side of the office. You don't realize that you dropped your pocket journal in the chaos until it's too late. Alright, and then the Penny intro, which I'm also playing Penny, so...
Okay.
You sigh as the cool New England air embraces you. It has been a very stressful night. Stressful enough that you've decided to sneak away from the clamor to go grab a quick smoke before heading back to work. You rest your arms along the metal railing of the balcony, your fingers trembling as they hold your cigarette. The dreary gambrel rooftops and Victorian manors of French Hill span the view below you. The unlit windows hiding countless secrets. You can't remember a night in which your employer was so concerned with every little detail as he is tonight. He is normally so calm, so collected. There's something special about tonight that has him on edge. Is it Mr. Sanford? Yeah, a shudder crawls through you. For some reason, something about that man gives you the creeps. But Joseph has interacted with Mr. Sanford many times before, so that cannot be the reason. What could it be that has Mr. Miger so worried? You are torn from your thoughts by the gathering of gray clouds overhead, swiftly blotting out the night sky. As the clouds grew ever closer, you began to see shapes emerging from the vapor. You squint and lean over the railing for a better view. That is when you notice the true forms of the shapes in the mist. Their screaming faces, their clawing hands, all withering in torment and coming straight for you. You cry out in terror and back up against the wall as the mist envelops the building. A spectral shape emerges from the haze beyond the railing, dressed in blood-stained rags. It begs for rest in a croaking, grasping voice. Your only hope for escape is to retreat back in the manor and call for help.
Okay, then Valentina Rivas. Are you going to break, or are you going to sit there admiring the cue ball all night? You ask with a mocking smile. Your opponent sets the ivory ball back on the table with a sigh. I can't help myself around ivory. You know that, Tino. Adam replies. You rarely see Adam Gensler except during the lodge functions, which he prefers coming to that of the stiffy business types who make up most of the lodge these days. He makes his shot, the sudden clattering interrupting the din of conversation. Your shot, Tino, and do not try to avoid hitting the 9-ball first. You're always so overeager. Adam chuckles as he moves to the other side of the table, making way for you. That was one time, my friend, one time. You roll your eyes. Truth be told, you've enjoyed coming to these events for the opportunity to give back to the community, not to hobnob with Arkham's gentry. But hobnobbing has had its perks. You lean over a table and clear your mind as you line up your shot. The room falls silent as you block out the clamor and the music, focusing all your attention on the one ball in the corner pocket. You hold your breath and strike the cue ball. It clacks as it hits its target, and the one ball drops effortlessly into the corner pocket. There, you see? It is only then that you realize the silence around you is not just in your mind. All of the light and warmth has been sucked out of the room. Adam is gone, along with everyone else who was present just a moment before you took your shot. Hello? You call out. A dark mist coils about your ankles as you walk around the billiard table. If this is a practical joke of some kind, it's an awful poor taste, you remark. The only response is a deep growl that emerges from beneath the table. Morbid curiosity compels you to look underneath it, at which point a dark hound pounces onto your chest, savagely clawing at your torso. You react instinctively, pushing it off your body as hard as you can. It lands on the billiards table, causing you to collapse under the creature's weight. You slowly back up as the creature raises its feet once again and jumps at the broken table, its hollow eye gazing into your soul. Hollow eyes. Alright, set up. Gather all the cards from the following encounter sets. Disappearance, the Twilight Estate, At Death's Doorstep, Inexorable Fate, Realm of Death, Spectral Predators, Trapped Spirits, The Watcher, and Chilling Colds. So we built our decks. All of our decks have 8 cards which start in our hand, and some of us have cards in play. We'll get to those in a minute.
Yeah.
When gathering at Death's Doorstep, encounter set only with a spectral location. That's the only ones we put out, one spectral location. Put the Spectral Watcher enemy into play in the entry hall. Each player follows setup instructions on the back of the card. Shuffle the encounter deck, which I already did, so we'll tell you about our decks real quick. So, Valentino Rivas. I begin playing the billiards room, so I'll read that. From outside the room, you can hear the creaking of old wood and the patter of soft footsteps along the ground. It's got 3 shroud, 1 clue per investigator. Haunted. You must either discard an asset you control or take 1 damage. The game room's warmth and laughter have been replaced by a sense of quiet dread. Tendrils of black mist slither from underneath the collapsed billiard table, twisting and swaying along the floor in a formless dance. It's got 1 victory, and like we said, 4 clues. Okay, and then it says, search the gathered cards for 1 copy of Shadowhound, which I did. And, okay, and it says it's got 2 combat, 3 health, 1 agility, monster spectral, prey, lowest agility, hunter retaliate, forced after Shadowhound attacks you, resolve each haunted ability in a location. And I read the haunted ability. The spectral mist coalesces into an incorporeal canine form. Hungry eyes shine from the darkness, and that's what it looks like. Then it says 1 copy of Terror in the Night. Put Terror in the Night into play next to the agenda deck. So I did. Terror in the Night says it's Terror Spectral Revelation. Test Will 4. If you fail, put Terror into Night into play next to the agenda deck. Okay. If you fail by 3 or more, gain search. If there are 3 copies of Terror in the Night next to the agenda deck, discard them, and each investigator takes 3 horror.
Gee.
So there's already 1 there. I start with 10 resources instead of 5. I start with Well Connected in play, and this is limit once per investigator. Fast action, exhaust Well Connected. I get +1 skill value for this skill test for every 5 resources you have. Sometimes you know what is more important. Sometimes who you know is more important than how good you are. I also have an opening hand, which I won't tell you about. Tino is a wealthy philanthropist and one of tonight's most esteemed guests, the recipient of a fortuitous windfall. Valentino lives a life of luxury and recreation. Despite his wealth, he remains connected to his community, and he takes great joy in giving large sums of money to good causes. So, you go ahead, buddy. Read one of yours.
Alright, I'll read, Jerome. You begin playing The Office, and...
So, why don't you read that?
Yeah, The Office. Office. It's got 4 shroud, 2 clues per investigator. Haunted. Choose and discard a card from your hand. A thick, oppressive haze fills what was once an impressive office. Cracks fork up and down from the wooden paneling of the walls, and the bookshelves surrounded Joseph's desk sag with the weight of rotten, decayed books. It's got Victory 2, and it's got, oh yeah, I already read the shroud and the clue value.
2 clues per investigator.
Yep.
6. No, that's 4. 5. 6. You can keep reading.
Alright, I begin playing The Office. I have to search the deck for 1 copy of Nether Mist and 1 copy of Obscuring Fog. I spawn Nether Mist at the office.
I'll read what that does.
Nether Mist. 3, 4, and 3. Monster, Spectral, Prey, Investigator at the location with the most clues. Aloof, Hunter. Nether Mist location gains Haunted. Nether Mist attacks you for 1 damage and 1 horror. He's got Victory 1. We beseech the dead, but do we really want to see them? And then, attach Obscuring Fog to the office.
And that, it's 1 per location, and it gets +2 shroud. But if we investigate it, we can get rid of that shroud.
Yep, we can get rid of that. +1 or +2 shroud?
+2.
Alright, and I begin with 3 resources instead of 5. And I have nothing in my starting play area and 8 cards in my hand. I'll just, read the cards when I play them, I guess.
Yep, and I want your little flavor.
Alright, Jerome is Joseph Miger's personal assistant and secretary. He is a close friend of Joseph's and also an upstanding member of the Silver Twilight Lodge. He helps keep the Miger's estate's vast finances in order and manages Joseph's time, which has become increasingly precious as of late.
Okay. Gabriella. Begin playing the Victorian halls. The warm rays that once illuminated these halls have faded into beams of cold gray moonlight that shine through floating motes of dust and whispers of dark mist. 4 shroud, no clues. Haunted, it's spectral haunted, lose 1 action. A haunting stillness lingers throughout the frigid dead halls. The many paintings that adorn the walls have faded and become unrecognizable, and the metal statuettes flanking the corridors have completely rusted over. Place 1 damage on a Spectral Watcher, which I did. Gather 1 copy of Fate of All Fools and put it in play in my threat area. And this says Peril Revelation. I have choose one. It's already chosen for me, obviously. If there's no other copy of Fate of All Fools in play, put Fate of All Fools into play in your threat area.
And what happens when it's in your threat area?
An investigator, another copy of Fate of All Fools in his or her threat area takes 2 direct damage. Place 1 doom on another copy of Fate of All Fools. So when you draw these things, you're going to have choices. Begin with 1 resource instead of 5. Starting player, a 45 automatic with 2 ammo, and then I got physical training. Then I have an opening hand. Then it says a former member of the Haganah, Gabriella Mizra, now works private security for wealthy homeowners. Joseph Miger, a man who takes his confidentiality quite seriously, has retained Gabriella to make sure there are no problems during tonight's event, but even she is not prepared for what is to come. Okay.
Alright. Oh, Penny. Yeah, I forgot. I begin playing the balcony, so balcony. A shattered glass door leads onto the balcony outside the estate's master bedroom. Balcony. It's got 1 shroud and 1 clue per investigator. Haunted. Each of your cards with health takes 1 direct damage. Clouds of dark mist loom above the French hill. Spectral shapes surround the balcony, moaning and withering in torment.
Writhing.
Writhing, yeah. Alright, then, I search for 1 copy of Wraith and 1 copy of Whispers in the Dark. And, yeah, I spawn the Wraith Engage with me. Wraith, it's got 2, 2, and 2, and it's got Hunter, it's Monster, Geist, and Spectral. And it's got Hunter. Forced, when Wraith is defeated by damage except from a spell or a relic. Instead of discarding it, attach it to its location. Attached location gains. Haunted. Spawn Wraith at this location.
Ugh.
Yeah. And then in my... I put Dark Whispers in the Dark into play next to the agenda deck. Whispers in the Dark. Put Whispers in the Dark into play next to the agenda deck. Each location gains Haunted. Take 1 horror. When the round ends, discard Whispers in the Dark. Hush, child. It will all be over soon.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah. And in my starting play area, I have Dig Deep, a knife, and a flashlight with only 2 supply tokens remaining.
Okay.
And then Penny White is the Miger Estate's head housekeeper. She has been working in the Miger Estate for several years. Though she has only spoken with Joseph a few times, his overly fastidious nature has kept her quite busy. Tonight she is tasked with keeping the manor spotless, the food hot, and the hooch flowing. Yeah.
Okay. So you make sure you only use 1 special trait. Anything else here? That's a suggested placement. No way out. There is no positive resolution for this scenario. Investigators should strive to last as long as they can and gather as many clues as they can before their inevitable demise. So we are going to die. Note that while cards can still be added to the victory display during the scenario, experience and victory points will not be gathered for this scenario. Since these investigators do not have decks, ignore any instruction or effect that would cause them to draw cards or interact with player decks. Additionally, since the investigators do not have discard piles, each player card that would be placed in discard piles is removed from the game instead. Good luck. You'll need it. That's what it says. So we are going to die. Just we gotta get as many clues as we can before we die.
Cool.
And these cards are like 1 use only pretty much once they are done.
Yep.
So I will read the agenda. Agenda 1A, Judgment 20. There is no escaping fate. Hear the call and be reborn. Forced. After doom is placed on any card, each investigator must either take 1 damage or 1 horror. 2 damage or 2 horror instead if there is 5 or more doom in play. Forced. When investigator is defeated, that investigator must advance this agenda. Do not remove any doom from this agenda when it advances.
Alright. The disappearance. Something terrible has invaded the home of Joseph Meyer. In the moments that follow, you scramble to survive. Forced. When an investigator is eliminated, place each of that investigator's clues on this act instead of his or her location. Objective. Discover as many clues as you can before your inevitable demise.
Okay, here we go. Oh, who's the lead investigator going to be? Wanted to be Joseph? Because he's...
Or Jerome, you mean?
Jerome?
Alright, sure.
Because he's investigating crap anyway.
Jerome is the lead investigator for now, for this scenario at least.
Right. But what we will do is... See, he's got Hunter, so even if we left that area, he's still going to come.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm going to have Gabriella go.
Alright. Go ahead.
Oh, if I go up there, though, I only have one shot.
If you go up there and shoot him, yeah, then you'll have one shot left.
Then he will attack me. But we'll get a clue. Or we try to ignore him for now.
Alright.
Should I move somewhere else? Well, why don't you investigate? Because you got that fog there.
Yeah.
If you can get rid of that, that'd be kind of good.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Alright.
Alright.
So I'm gonna use one resource and play magnifying glass.
Okay.
And that's a fast action, so that doesn't cost anything. Or, well, it costs a resource, but it doesn't cost any actions. So that does, you get +1 intellect while investigating. A lens into a world unseen can reveal things you wish it hadn't. Alright.
Okay.
So then I shall investigate, and I'd be at a 5 to a 6, but I have curiosity. Curiosity. It has 1 will and 1 intellect. While you have 4 or more cards in your hand, it gains another will and another intellect. Or while you have 7 cards or 7 or more cards in your hand, curiosity gains 2 will and 2 more intellect icons.
Oh, okay.
And the flavor text is, what if you are the cat? And so it'll give me 3 will or 3 intellect icons.
Okay.
That'll use intellect. So, on that thing, I'm investigating. It's got a 6 to my, 8. Alright, yeah. 6 to my 8. With a -3. Of course.
Oh, we can't get rid of that anymore now.
What? Can't get rid of that obscuring fellow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we just lost that whole location.
Yeah. And now I have to do all the haunted effects.
Okay.
Choose and discard a card from your hand. Oh my god, that's not fun.
We haven't gotten one clue. You're supposed to get the clue.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll get rid of hyper awareness.
Alright,
Nine.
next. He attacks you,
he
take a
attacks
damage
me.
and a horror.
Yeah.
Take another horror. And there's that failure.
Yep.
So this game can either go really well or
Two
just
more
completely
options.
crap. Alright, so what are you gonna do now?
I don't know.
You gotta move. You can't we can't beat
I'm-
this anymore.
I can only move there. So I'm going to...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, we're screwed.
Yeah, I could just...
Can't just
spend
investigate.
my resources and get a clue.
Anything else you wanna play?
Not really.
Damn, that's not good. I was really counting on you.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, wow. That is not good at all. That actually screws up everything.
It really does.
Alright,
I could spend my resources and get a clue, but it wouldn't successfully investigate, so I won't get rid of the... I'm scared to find.
oh, we need clues, what we need.
So do you think I should do it?
Yeah, we need clues. We gotta get clues.
Alright. I'm gonna spend 2 resources and play Working a Hunch. Fast play only during your turn. Discover 1 clue at your location. Alright. And then, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. For my second
Where are
action.
you gonna go? This should be a third action.
No, but the...
If you go here, that thing's gonna get you.
Working a Hunch is fast.
Uh,
So I'm gonna move here, and then I'm gonna move to the trophy room.
I have no idea. Damn.
Flanking this door are 2 rotting deer heads mounted on the wall. They stare at you with hollow, dead eyes. Trophy room, it's got 2 shroud and 1 clue per investigator. Haunted, lose 2 resources. For each resource you cannot lose from this effect, take 1 horror. Rotting animal heads adorn this room's wood-paneled walls. Once a display of power and sovereignty, now macabre displays of death and decay. You cannot help but feel their empty eyes drill through you as you explore the room.
And we need almost anything in the bag but that. The skull or -3.
Yeah, I'll flip my personal weapon. Yeah, that was really terrible.
Yep. Well, you guys are on your own. I'm going up. If this hits, I'm dead. Yeah. Has to get a 2. Both of you to come down. Wow, that was about as bad of a turn as we could have gotten. Holy God. You got 3 haunted effects that hit you.
Yeah. There are 3 -3s in the bag, so...
Yeah. Wow, I don't even know what to do, to tell you the truth. We need clues. We need them badly. I don't know what to do here. I don't even have resources. And I'm gonna move here for 1. Get a resource for 2. No. Gauge this thing for 2. And I'm gonna shoot it using an ammunition. -2, so I have a 4, 5, 2, it's 3, so I do hit it and I do it 2 damage. And that was me. Penny.
Penny, I am going to attack this guy
Okay.
using my knife.
Okay.
The top part of it.
Bad.
Which is, as an action fight, you get +1 combat for this attack. So I'm at a 4 to a 2. With a +1, so I do succeed, and I deal it 1 damage.
Okay.
Then I'll attack it again. With an auto fail. So then I'll attack it 1 more time. With a 0, so I do succeed this time.
It's dead.
So yeah, it does. But forced when Wraith is defeated by damage except for my spell or relic. Instead of discarding it, attach it to its location. Attached location gains haunted. Spawn Wraith at this location.
Oh, you failed skill test, didn't you?
No, it wasn't
While investigating.
It
But it was
not
while
well.
attacking. Oh, that only matters for that one.
Yeah. Alright.
You're flipped?
Yeah, that was my 3 actions.
I'm going to try to evade this guy. I'm going to 4 to a 1. 4, 5, 6 actually to a 1. With a 0, so he's evaded. I'm going to investigate. I'm at a 5 right now to a 3. I'm going to throw an opportunist. So I'm at a 6 to a 3. A +1. So I actually keep my opportunist card.
Nice.
And I get a clue. And 3 resources, I'm going to play a Derringer. It gets 3 ammo. Okay, enemy phase. This thing attacks me. I take a horror and a damage. I do get a clue.
Good.
Because after an enemy attacks you, if that attack was canceled, discover 1 clue at your location.
Even if that attack was cancelled.
Yep. Okay, upkeep, right?
Yep.
Flip the peoples.
Yep.
Flip this guy, he comes to me.
Yep. And then we each. No, we don't draw a card.
But we do get a
we
resource.
Do get a resource.
Okay, Mythos phase, Lord Doom on.
Alright, Shadowhound. Of course. Yeah, it's got 2, 3, and 1. Monster Spectral Praise, lowest agility. Hunter Retaliate. After it attacks you, resolve each haunted ability on your location. It's the same thing as his one.
I thought he was the investigator.
Oh yeah, he is. So he gets his.
Okay, then we'll go over to here. Surge, resolve each haunted ability on your location. I have to. Oh, this went away.
Yeah. The end of the round.
Choose and discard a card from your hand. Oh, freak.
Yeah, it's a bad hunt. You have one more card over there, or like 2 more.
Get rid of my card. Oh. Get rid of this card. It's out of the game now.
Yeah.
And this guy attacks me. So I'm half dead. I do get another clue though.
That's cool.
But this thing surges.
That's not cool.
Trapped spirits test agility 3 for each point you fail by. Take 1 damage. If your location is haunted, as additional cost for an investigator to commit 1 or more card skill tests, he or she must resolve each haunted ability. So I'm at a 1. I can't do the haunted abilities.
No.
The -1. So 3 damage. Yeah, just about dead. Alright, you.
Honey. Realm of Torment. Revelation. Put it into play in your threat area. When your turn begins, resolve each haunted ability on your location. And when your turn ends, test Will 3. If you succeed, discard Realm of Torment. I have a 4 Will, so.
And then over here. Realm of Torment.
The same thing as what I just read.
Wow. Okay. Your turn.
Alright. So, whose turn? Jerome?
Anybody really.
Alright, I'll have Jerome go. So he's got this Shadow Hound. So I'm gonna try to evade it, because I've got a 3 evade.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this thing would have hunted up here.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's, yeah, it does have hunter.
With an Elder Sign. So, my Elder Sign's effect is +1 and discover a clue at your location. So that's a free clue, and he's evaded. Alright, then I'm gonna just investigate. I'm at a 5 to a 2. With a 0, so I do succeed, and I gain a clue. And then for my third action, I'm going to investigate again at a 5 to a 2. With a +1, so that is a success. Alright. That was more successful than the last turn.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I have this Realm of Torment, which is going to hit me every turn.
Yeah.
Unless I do something about this. Well, I'm going to try to evade first. Well, no, when your turn begin, resolve each ability. Either discard an asset or take 1 damage. I gotta take a damage. Nothing I can really do about it. I'm actually going to shoot this dog. He's an opportunist. And I'm going to exhaust while connected. I don't think I did that last time. I'm sorry. A -1. So I'm at a 2. Oh, spin the ammo. 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 resources.
Alright,
So I did beat it by 2 or more. So I do 2 damage.
Nice.
There's 1 action. Oh, I do get to keep this too. Right, then I'm going to use Money Talks. Fast play when you initiate a skill test instead of the skill type indicated for this test. This is a resource skill test. Your base skill value for this test is equal to half the number of resources in your resource pool rounded down. You can't buy happiness, but you can buy pretty much everything else. So I have 8, so I actually have a 4 to a 2.
Cool.
And I'm going to throw an opportunist to make it a 5 to a 2.
Nice.
With a 0. So I do kill this thing.
Good job.
Oh, well, stupid to do that, but that was really kind of dumb. I do get to keep opportunist.
Nice.
Yeah. That was at a 5. Yeah, to 2. Yeah, that was by 3. All right. I'm gonna try to get a clue. I'm going to use Cunning. If I have 5 more resources, I gain another Intellect. So I'm at a 4, I'm at a 5. Yeah. With a -2. Oops, I even got to put the 0 back in there. But either way, I did pass. This is gone. I do get a clue.
Good job.
Then I have to do this revelation effect. So I'm going to have to use Money Talks and Opportunist. Oops. And a -1. So I'm at a 1. I'm at a 4, 5. -1 is 4, which beats the 3. Alright, I lose these. I am done. Penny, you got problems.
Yeah. I've got Realm of Torment, which resolves each haunted ability. So, each of my cards with health takes a damage, but that doesn't do anything. And then a Wraith spawns in. Wraith, yeah, he's the same as he was before. So I could either kill it again, or I could try to evade it with a 2 to 2.
Cards you got, anything to help you? What do most of your cards do?
Well, I've got some to help attack. I've got some to help both attack and evade. And then I've got an ally.
But you can't play. Because you'll take an opportunity if you do that.
Yeah.
Just got to make sure you be able to get rid of that thing, that realm. But you got your little.
I've got 4.
You got to dig deep.
And dig deep too.
She'll give you a 5.
I forgot about dig deep. I want to try to kill it.
Okay.
I've got a 4/2/2. With a 0, so I do succeed and deal it a damage. Then I shall attack it again. With a -2, but I still do succeed, and I kill this wraith. Whoops. Then
Does that thing have Hunter?
It does.
It's like, get out of there. That thing just keeps coming back, but we need to get clues.
Yeah, I'll try to.
What's
get
your
one
little
of these
ability?
clues. After you succeed a skill test during a revelation effect, discover 1 clue at your location.
So this will be a revelation effect.
No, it's a forced effect.
Oh, Jesus.
The revelation was just putting it into play in my threat area.
And what was your ability?
Whose ability? His ability?
Hers.
Yeah, that I just read that, but his ability.
What is hers?
Her ability is after you succeed a skill test during a revelation effect.
Oh, you didn't take a skill test when that came out as a revelation. Okay.
No.
Because it has a revelation ability on it. That's why I was wondering if you just got the clue. Oh, it'd be like a test like this. Okay. Alright. I see.
Alright, so I could investigate, but I'd be at a 1 to a 1, so.
Anything to help you over there?
I could use my flashlight.
That'll give you a 1 to a 0.
Yeah.
It's not great.
I also have a card.
It can help you.
Yeah, it could help me.
I don't know how lucky you are.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta get the clues. I mean,
Yeah, so.
we've gotta get them, no matter what we do.
Should I use my flashlight?
Everything is so precious, we only have so few, you know?
Yeah.
Is there a card you want to play? You got 3
Um,
resources.
No, I don't really want to play anything. I could play the ally, but I don't really need to.
Here. And a 1 to a 1.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to last much longer. If I miss with this 45, I'm toast.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, I'm going to be toast anyway if this guy comes up.
Which you probably
Or he's
will.
going to come to one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be the thing that kills us right here.
Mhm.
Shoot. Any clues? And if you move, he's just gonna hunt there anyway. Well, no, he only hunts if he's like here. This is attached to your location,
Yeah.
so he could move out of there
Yeah, if I wanted to.
and just see what's in this room.
Pretty sure it'll have a bit more than one shroud though.
Yeah, then you can get maximum use out of your flashlight. I mean, 0 to 0, 1 to 0 is. Oh, just whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna
But just remember, that guy's gonna keep coming back at you every time.
until I get rid of that.
Or any other haunted ability that pops up. You fail a test. So you fail this, it comes right back.
Yeah.
If you move here, and if you fail that, at least this guy won't pop back up. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm just gonna
Go for it.
investigate.
Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my flashlight too.
Okay. So you're at a 1 to a 0.
Yep. With a skull, which is -3. So I'm gonna spend 1 resource, and I'm gonna play lucky. When you would play when you would fail a skill test. Get +2 for your skill value for that test. So I do successfully get a clue.
Yeah, because you would have failed by 2.
Yeah. And that's Penny.
Okay. Now do your little test.
Oh yeah, Realm of Torment. I'm gonna spend both resources from Dig Deep because I don't want to draw a skull or a -3.
Right.
So I'm at a 6 to a 3. With a -1. So I do succeed and Realm of Torment is gone.
Alright. Gabriella will attack another mist using a shot from 45. With a plus
+1.
1.
So he is defeated.
And what's nice about this is he's gone.
Perfect.
Yeah, I like that.
That's what we want.
Yeah, so at least we won't do that ability anymore. I like to.
Yeah, we want him to be gone.
Took 2 hits from him, which wasn't very good. Okay, for my second action, I'm going to pay 2 resources and play extra ammo. It's the level 1 edition. I never met a beast I couldn't outsmart with a bullet, so I get 3 more ammo. Which will give us probably 1 good round to attack this thing.
Yeah.
And I have 1 more ability, or 1 more action. I'm going to have to take a resource. And I am done. Alright. Enemy phase. This guy hunts.
Does he have prey?
Nope.
So he'll come to you.
Yep. Which means I take a damage and a horror. Because he attacks.
And he's engaged with you now.
Oh yeah. Give me a 3.
And because you got attacked, you can get a clue at your location.
Yep. So it looks like, I mean I don't know, but it looks like if we all get 4 resources each, that's kind of what we want to do.
4 clues, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, also he's engaged with you.
Yeah. Okay. upkeep.
Yep. Reset the meeples.
This guy goes to you. Everybody gets a resource.
Yep.
What's his little response over there?
When an investigator at your location draws a treachery from the encounter deck, discard cards from your hand with a total of at least 2 intellect icons.
Oh, to get a
And
clue.
then cancel that card's revelation effect.
Oh, cancel it. But you'd have to discard cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, something you don't really want to do.
Mm-mm.
Alright, that's it, right?
Yep.
Light of Doom. Let's see if I'm missing anything here. After Doom is placed on any card, each investigator must either take 1 damage or 1 horror. Does that mean this card? Oh. We didn't do it that way the first time, so that's why we're not doing it. Sorry, people, if that's not the correct way. That's why we're doing it. Alright, you ready? This is you, Jerome.
Trap spirits. Test agility 3 for each point you fail by. Take 1 damage. If your location is haunted, as an additional cost for an investigator to commit 1 or more cards to the skill test, he or she must resolve each haunted ability on his or her location.
Okay.
Alright, I'll just have to test with a 3 to a 3.
3, 2, or 3.
With an auto fail. Of course.
Till you're dead.
I'm dead, huh?
Yep.
For each point you fail by taking damage.
You have
so
no
I take
cards that could have helped you?
3 damage. I could have thrown out a card.
So we lost 4 cards and you're dead.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it would kill me.
Yeah, I'm looking right at your card.
I really would have, like,
Alright, well play something
I
then.
know.
Play something.
Alright, yeah, I would have thrown out Mind Over Matter to help, but I would need to do all
But you still take 2 damage.
I lose 2 resources for each resource I cannot lose. I take a horror. So I'm going to have to lose both of these resources. And I still end up taking 2 damage, which won't kill me, but...
You don't take a horror.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, for each resource you cannot lose, you take a horror. But
Right.
I don't need to.
Right.
Alright.
What does that do? Is that gone or is that
Yeah,
there?
this is gone.
And you could have even gotten rid of cards and get rid of this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, Gabriella. Test. Will 4. If you fail, choose this card 1 asset you control. If you not, take 2 damage. And my will is a 3. Oh. Yeah, I'm retconning too, I don't care. I had evidence in my hand, I'm just going to play that.
Alright, yeah.
'Cause I defeated that guy. That was going to be the point, to get clues.
Yeah.
Sorry people, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I am going to have to take something. 3 to a 4. No, -1. I don't have to lose physical training. Penny.
Obscuring fog.
Of course.
Yeah.
Valentino. Damn it. Stupid Wraith. If I had to say, get some freaking clues. Alright, Jerome.
Jerome, I'm gonna have to evade this guy.
Okay.
Add a 3 to a 1.
What's the haunted effect for this location? You'll take a horror.
So take 2 horror.
No, you'll take 1 horror.
2.
1. Oh, for each resource. You can hack that right now, right?
What do you mean?
You can handle that right now?
Yeah, I can handle that.
Alright.
With an elder sign, so that is +1 and discover 1 clue at your location. So I get that clue and he's evaded. So, do you want me to go over to you, or just come over to this location, or that location?
I would head over to the... Come over here and help me get these clues. Let's get her done.
Alright then, I'm headed over here then.
Okay? And you're done, right?
No, I still have 1 action left.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to investigate
Okay.
at a 5 to a 3. With a 0, so I do succeed and I gain a clue.
Okay.
Alright, there you go. I have a bunch of clues now.
Alright. On I go. I'm going to shoot this zombie.
Yeah, the Wraith.
Wraith. So I'm at a... And I'm at a 4 to a 2.
Oh, could you flip my card over?
To a 2. I'm going to do well connected to exhaust that. So that gives me another +1. So I'm at a 5 to a 2. And an elder sign. Limit effect +1, gain 2 resources. So I did 2 by 2 or more, so I do 2 damage.
Alright, cool.
Oh, that wasn't for that.
And you gain 2
But I
resources.
get 2 resources. So I have 2 more actions.
We could investigate, or we could leave.
I'm just going for clues.
Alright.
Because who knows what might happen in Mythos phase. I might not make it. Well, I seem pretty good right now, but... So I have 2
Go
more.
for clues.
If I go 1, 2, I can go over there.
Yeah, next turn.
Or, where's your guy you evaded?
The guy I evaded, he's right at that location. And I must have, like... Where did he go? I must have accidentally put him in.
What is it, Shadowhound?
Yeah, he's
He's
at that
actually
location.
there? I can go there to slow him up so you can get the clue.
And then get out of here.
Right,
Alright,
let
that
me
makes
go
sense.
here to try to... Because I got resources too.
Alright, so go there.
So that's 2.
You could punch it.
Don't want to fail though.
What happens if you fail?
Well, I'll lose 2 resources, but I don't want to
Well,
try.
that's not well attacking. That's only well investigating.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting.
The skulls. And
You're right. But I'm only at a 2 to invest, or 2 to combat.
Yeah, so I wouldn't do that.
I could do this. I'm going to spend 2 resources. During a skill test you're performing, spend 2 resources, reduce difficulty of this test by 1.
Alright.
So actually it's a 1. It's a 2 to a 1.
Okay.
I mean, something, right? Look at that, +1.
Nice.
I did punch it. Okay, and that was me, right?
Yep.
Yes. Penny, penny, penny. Poor Penny. You now are at 3 shroud.
So yeah, I'm never really gonna do this. I'm gonna try to go to this master bedroom and see
Alright.
what's in here.
Ah, the servant girl in the master bedroom.
Yeah. Alright, this unmarked door is old and partially rotted, set in a quiet corner of the upstairs hallway. A thick, dark fog seeps beneath the door and wafts around your feet. Master bedroom. It's got 3 shroud and 1 clue per investigator. Haunted. Place 1 of your clues on master bedroom. Tendrils of black mist must have invaded every corner of this room, from the open balcony doorway, causing the furniture to decay and collapse. Every piece of wood and glass is shattered and warped. Nothing is untouched. And it's got victory 1, but that doesn't even matter.
You know what? I'll get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
I'd rather have you die by the zombie than lose clues.
Alright.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it
I'm
kind of
not
sucks going there and
going
going
to.
back, but
I'm never going to investigate there out of 3. So I'm gonna head back over here.
yeah, I mean,
But at least we know what's there.
right. I don't want to lose clues. That's terrible.
So,
If you did your flashlight, then make it a 1 to a 1. Got nothing to boost yourself over there?
no.
Where
I
did
could throw out a
where did your
card,
resource
but-
go?
My resource?
You should have a resource from the upkeep phase.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, because you didn't buy anything, you didn't spend it.
No. I could throw out a card, but I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, if you don't, you're just going to be kind of stuck there. What card is it?
It's this one.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is we need you all the way over there. Or at least maybe me, but that's going to be... I'm only at a 3 to a 3. Hmm.
Hmm.
And what are you going to do?
I'm not sure. I could try to investigate with my flashlight, but the wraith might spawn in. Well, I don't know what else I'd do. So I'll just try to
Are you just going to get a resource?
Sure.
And try to do something, buy something, next turn or something?
Well, I can't buy it. And the only thing I can buy is this,
Oh, eventually you need that. And you got dig deep.
this, and this as well. Oh yeah, dig deep. I forgot about dig deep. So, yeah, I'll give you
Are you
this.
down?
Yeah.
Here it comes, do or die. I'm going to use 1 from our 45. So I'm at a 5. An elder sign. Effect +1 heal, 1 damage, and 1 horror. Dang. That's actually kind of cool. Can you give me 270?
270.
And oh, I do hit that for 2 damage. So can you give me a 3?
There you go.
I'll do another shot with the 45. Don't eat that coat. The skull. That's horrible. The skull say.
Skull -3. If you fail and this is an attack or evasion attempt, resolve each haunted ability on your location.
Well, he attacks me. No, he doesn't attack me.
Is he retaliate?
Nope. He's alert hunter.
So he doesn't attack you.
Choose and discard a card from my hand. Okay.
It's still not good.
No. Alright, last shot.
Alright, you can do it.
Well, 0. I do it. When a spectral watch is defeated, instead of discarding it, heal all damage from it, which I just did. Disengage it from all investigators, exhaust it. It does not rage during the upkeep phase, so I gotta kind of book out of there. And that was me.
Alright.
Okay, that's it, right?
Yep.
And cards.
Upkeep phase.
Exhaust. Or enemy phase.
No
Nobody.
enemies.
Yeah.
Upkeep
He will
phase,
unexhaust and come to me.
Unexhaust any and all exhausted enemies except for that guy. Nobody
Except
draws
for
a
him.
card.
Or we do.
Everybody gains a resource.
Alright, that's a doom. And I said, I don't know about this Force Effect, but we're not playing it that way. Sorry, people. I know there's a grim rule, but this is our first time. It's a blind playthrough. Forgot to mention that, so we're just going to go with it.
Yeah.
The object, just show you the game, show you how to play, show you what's there. Oh, major spoilers. Did we ever say that? I don't think we did. Yeah, so halfway through, major spoilers. Yeah. Are you ready over there, Jerome?
Yeah.
There you go, buddy.
Thank you. For this crypt chill,
Oh, that's sucky.
test will 4. If you fail, and choose one and discard one asset you control.
Yep.
If you cannot, take 2 damage instead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be about the nitty gritty.
I've got 2 will. I could get 1 more, but I mean, it could help.
It could.
Yeah, so I'm gonna throw out curiosity for 1 will icon.
Don't give it to me.
Well, you.
Oh, I thought you just. I didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah. So I'm at a 3 to a 4.
Yeah.
With a -1, so I do fail, and I get rid of magnifying glass. Alright, that was Jerome.
Gabriella. Oh, of course. Peril. Can't do that. That's the only thing I can do. I drew a Fate of All Fools. Of course I did. Place one Doom and another copy of Fate of All Fools. Which will be here. And then this says, after Doom is placed on any card, each person would either take 1 damage or take 1 horror. I'm going to have to take a horror. 3, 4, 5. No, I'll take a damage. Everybody's going to do it.
Okay.
I'll take a horror for
Jerome will take
Valentino.
a horror, and then Penny will take a damage.
I can't believe how tough Penny is. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Alright, here's Penny.
Alright. Okay. Revelation test wheel 4. If you fail, put Terror in the Night into play next to the agenda deck. And if you fail by 3 or more, it gains Surge.
Okay. So think carefully about what you're doing here.
Yeah, I've got a 4 to a 4.
And if you beat the Revelation, you get a clue.
Yeah, so I'm going to use all 3 of my resources for Dig Deep.
This could be big. We need clues, so.
Yep, I'm going to use all 3 of my resources for Dig Deep.
Yeah.
So now I'm at a 7 to a 4. With a +1, so I do succeed. And after you succeed a skill test during a revelation effect, discover 1 clue at your location.
Okay.
Woo! And this goes away. I did it. Yay.
And then we got Valentino. If there's no other kind of Fatal Fools in play, put Fatal Fools play in your threat area.
There is another copy of Fate of Fools, Fate of All Fools in play.
So I can't choose that. If there is no other copy of Fate of All Fools in play, put Fate of All Fools in play into your threat area.
There is a copy of it.
So I had to place 1 Doom on another copy of Fate of All Fools.
Oh, and then we'll take a damage from that, though.
Yep. Actually, 2 damage or 2 horror instead if there's 5 or more Doom in play, and there is 5 or more Doom.
Okay. So it's a damage or a horror.
It's 2.
2 damage or 2 horror.
So he'll take the horror.
Penny will take the damage. And Jerome will take the horror.
And Gabriella is out. Couldn't take any more. I was a fool.
Alright, so what happens next?
I had to place my clues on there.
Yeah, and something else happens here, right?
When an investigator is defeated, that investigator must advance this agenda. Do not remove any damage.
Dude.
These will go away.
Yeah.
That goes away. In the missing persons section of your campaign log, next to your character's profile, make a record of that character's fate as follows. If you were defeated by a Spectral Watcher, if you were defeated by a monster enemy, if there was 7 or more Doom in play when the agenda advanced and you were defeated, if you were defeated by any other effect.
Alright, so record down.
Do you have a pen over there, or
I don't
or is
think
it?
so.
I think it's in the
In here?
top of that lid right there in the front of the Megadeth poster. The lid. Where that insert, you know what I'm talking about? right there, buddy. Move to your left. Now put your hand out straight. In there. You see a pen? There you go. So if you were defeated, nope. If you were defeated by a monster, nope. So if you were defeated by any other recorded character's name, was pulled into the spectral realm. In the missing person section of your campaign log.
Alright, here's the missing person
Next to your
section,
profile.
And here's Gabrielle.
You can go ahead and write it, bud.
Alright.
You go over there. So I'll spell the name.
Well, it says the name already.
Oh, okay. Was pulled into the spectral realm. And there's spectral if you didn't know how to spell that.
This pen doesn't really work very good.
Then I had the resources that I had first aid and dodge. I had resources to buy stuff too. I was going to cancel attack and try to get another clue, but
Yeah.
oh well.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so it is our turn. Jerome, you're our clue getter.
Alright then. So, I am going to gain that, or try to get that clue right there.
You're a 4 to a 3.
Yeah, because my magnifying glass is gone.
Nothing else to help?
No. Well,
Okay.
I could throw something out.
Did we not get resources again?
I don't think so.
6, 8. Yes, you got no resources over there.
Yeah, I don't think we got resources.
You did it because you got no resources.
Yeah.
So these are gone.
With a skull, so I do fail, and I have to do that haunted effect. What is it?
You must either discard an asset you control or take 1 damage.
That'll kill me.
Oh boy. Alright, well you're dead.
Well, there I go.
Yeah. What did you have over there?
What did I have? I had a card, which they both cost 4, but one of them has 3 supplies, and I can exhaust it and spend the supply to investigate, and I get +1 intellect and discover an additional clue. And then the other one is fast play. After you discover the last clue at your location, discover 2 clues at a location with a lower printed shroud than your location.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
What were the icons on them?
2 intellect and 1 intellect.
Oh. Alright.
And I have to record that I was also pulled into the spectral realm. I don't know, let me check.
Yeah, same thing. Because we weren't defeated by that thing. Where's that?
Alright, so I wrote down that
Alright.
Jerome was pulled into the spectral realm.
Yep.
Okay.
So, how did that happen?
I failed that test and got hit by the haunted effect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that wasn't expected.
So our clue getter and our fighter are now gone.
Yep. So I'm gonna try to fight this thing.
Yep.
Or should I evade it, come over here and try to get this clue? Oh no. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Alright, do it. Because we need clues.
I can do 1, 2, and then 3. Yeah, I'll do that. So I am going to try to fight it. Using well connected. So I'm at a 4, 5. A 0. So I do. Oh, so stupid. I meant to shoot this thing. And I kill it. And that was my last Derringer. This thing is gone. Got exceeded by 2 or more, so I did the damage. I was at a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I did not need to even do this. So I was at a 4, yeah. Then I'm going to move here for 2. And my third action, I'm going to investigate. Now I'll use my well connected. Which has gives me +2, so I'm at a 5 to a 3. But on -3 and I failed. Try to get that clue, buddy. And I have to take a damage. Or I discard an asset. I'm going to actually discard this asset, but it's not doing me any good anymore.
Alright.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
Trying to get one more fun clue.
Yeah.
Just a lot of clues on the board.
I know, but
Penny.
I have no ability to get them. Alright, I'm going to try to get this clue. I'm going to use my flashlight to bring it down to
Yeah,
0.
any other icon, any other
I
investigator.
have one icon.
If you're going to die, it's not going to do any good. You might as well use it.
Alright, I'm
You
going to
see
throw
what I'm saying? I mean, it's not going to do any good.
I'm going to throw out one of my
dropping her.
I'm going to throw out a flashlight. So now I'm at a 2 to a 0. With a +1, so
Yeah.
I do succeed and I gain 1 clue.
Hey.
And I'm just gonna go for a 1 to a 1. Because I got nothing better to do.
Oh, because this goes away.
Hey.
The fog.
Yeah. Oh, so that was actually at a 1 to a... It was actually a 2 to a 1, but I drew a +1, so I still succeeded.
Right.
Alright, so I'm just gonna go for a 1 to a 1.
That's it, right? Yeah, I can't help you.
With an elder sign.
Ooh.
+1, if this skill test is during a revelation effect, you may take an additional action during your next turn.
It's not.
It's not.
But you
But
did get a
I
clue.
get a clue.
That's
which
good.
is cool.
Yeah.
Alright, then.
And that's probably out of luck for getting clues
It's
from
impossible for me to get any other clue anywhere on the board.
that. Now you can play something.
Well, I mean, it is possible. But,
or gain a resource or whatever.
or just like move.
See, I'm just afraid of this location. I don't like that haunted ability.
No, me neither. So I would move there, but I'm not going to.
I'm just scared of it.
I'm gonna just spend a resource and play Stray Cat because I don't see why not. What's the Stray
Well,
Cat?
You could take a resource instead of doing it. That's why you got. This way, you'll have like 3 resources to do tests. Because if you get the haunted ability here, you'll take a damage. He'll take a damage and die.
Alright, never mind. I'll just
Yeah.
get a resource.
Yeah, I think here's maybe a good spot to
There's
play
no,
him.
like, there's nothing there now.
Well, he's coming now,
Yeah.
and there's nothing you guys are gonna do about that.
No.
So, okay, you're down.
Yep.
Sorry I didn't get this clear, buddy. I tried. All right.
As long as you can last one more turn.
Enemy
try to get
phase.
to-
There's no enemies.
Upkeep
Upkeep.
phase, reset the maples.
He resets now.
Yep. And then we
Gain a
don't
resource.
draw any cards, but we gain 1 resource.
Now undo my well connected. Got 2 cards in hand.
Yeah.
Alright, Doom, right?
Yep.
And goes to you. It's for Penny.
Yeah. Watcher's Grasp. Power, Spectral. Revelation, heal 3 damage from the Spectral Watcher. Ready the Spectral Watcher. It moves, engages, and attacks as if it were the enemy phase. Throughout the resolution of this effect, the Spectral Watcher gains Prey, you.
So he moves as if he, but there's nobody to attack.
Nope.
I mean, it kind of cuts off any retreat, but not like we're going to go anywhere anyway.
Yeah.
Just have to hold out here and die.
Yeah.
And this is going to be for Valentino. Oh my god, Watcher's Grasp. So it's going to move towards me then.
That's cool. I don't know.
Thanks, Penny. She's like, that's cool. Yeah. Okay. So I do have 1 round to get this, huh?
Yep.
So I might as well go. I'm going to use Well Connected. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 resources, so I get +1 to my skill value for the skill test. So I'm at a 3, 4, 5. Or I could do this. I'm not going to do that Well Connected, actually.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is Cunning. While you have 5 or more resources, Cunning gains another Intellect or Agility icon. If I have 10 or more, it gains 2 more Agility or Intellect. So I'm going to use the Intellect. So I'm at a 3, 4, 5, 6 to a 3.
Alright, 6 to a 3.
Correct. Well, +1. So I get a clue.
Good job.
That was 1. I'm going to move here for 2. This guy engages me. Then I'm going to use Well Connected for 3. Or 1, 2. Yeah, to evade. So I'm at a 4, 5, 6 to a 3.
Alright.
Oh, +1. So he is evaded.
Good.
Yep. Alright. Penny.
Penny. I am going to
Just run to entry hall.
move here, and then move here. Wait, what's this haunted effect?
Choose and discard a card from your hand.
That's fine. Because the entry hall says, the entry hall is blocked by a wall of spectral mist. You cannot enter the entry hall.
Oh.
And silver twilight enemies cannot spawn in the entry hall.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
So, yeah.
Well,
I'm going to move here.
and you have no other way to get intellect, right? So you're purely at a 1.
Yep.
And your Elder Child is +1.
Yep.
So even if you moved here and just tried, it's not going to work.
Yeah. So I'm going to move here in case I get a...
Revelation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And then
that was
for
1,
1,
2, 3. That was
That's
it.
mine.
Just ran to the office. Where are you, Jerome? Oh my god, it's foggy in here. Because of the skyline. Okay, that's it, right?
Yep.
Okay, enemy phase.
No enemies.
Upkeep.
Upkeep.
This guy will engage me.
Nipples.
We get our
And,
resource.
Yeah, we do get a resource. I have 4 resources now. I'm more rich than you, except not really.
Let's do the Doom.
Doom.
5 Doom now, so
Doom.
if we place Doom, it's going to be 2 damage and 2 horror.
Yeah.
And this will be on Penny.
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 Penny. Whispers in the Dark. Put it into play next to the agenda deck. Each location gains Haunted, take 1 horror. When the round ends, discard Winters in the Dark.
Okay.
Winters.
Damn, that sucks. I wanted you to have Revelation effect.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I've got it. With the terrible, worst thing I could possibly get.
Oh.
Test will 4. If you fail, put Terror in the Night into play next to the agenda deck. If you fail by 3 or more, Terror in the Night gains Surge. I have a will of 1.
Okay.
Should I even bother using Well Connected? No. With an Elder Sign. Effect +1, gain 2 resources. But this still goes here and gains Surge. So one more and we take 3 horror. Surge. Resolve each hit 100 ability on your location. Lose 2 resources. And then this surges. So.
Oh, and you have to take a horror because of that thing.
Oh, okay. What the hell is that? Oh, I shuffled
the
the
location.
I shuffled the location in there.
Yeah, you did. It's on the reveal side. Yeah, good. Good job.
Okay, I gotta put this back 'cause I might need that. Okay, now there's no Fate of All Fools in place. This comes to me. Oh, this probably would be put in here somewhere. No, because that was still in play. It'd be discarded. Yes, it would be in there. Oops. Oh well. All right. That was that, right?
Yep.
Because this was a peril, I have to choose one, so I chose that. I have to. Alright, that really sucks you didn't get a revelation.
Yeah.
So my turn, huh? I want you to try to evade this thing. I'm at a 4. I'm going to use 2 resources during a skill test you're performing. Spend 2 resources, reduce the test by 1. So I'm at a 4 to a 2. A stupid skull. And I can't use that, which I wanted to use that. And of course there's an evade too. So what does it say?
If you fail, and this is an attack or evasion attempt, resolve each haunted ability on your location.
Says lose 2 resources. I'm gonna try it again. I'm just gonna use Well Connected. It really sucks because I had something that could help us up there, but. An Elder Sign, yay! Effect +1, gain 2 resources.
Yay!
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 I needed that. That was 2, this is 3. Trying to come up there.
Yeah, but you failed.
I did fail.
What did you do with that location? That billiards room.
Oh.
It's right there.
Oh. Oh, I went to evade this. I evaded the billiards room.
You evaded the billiards room.
I did. Alright, Penny.
Penny, I am going to
Get ready. Play everything you
play
can.
a stray cat for 1.
Oh, there's a cat in the office.
And then I'm gonna gain a resource for 2. And then I'm gonna gain a resource for 3.
You have nothing else to play?
I only have this.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. But I already have my end slots full.
Yeah, that's true. Alright. Enemy phase. No enemy.
No enemies.
Upkeep. This guy
Yeah.
ready is here.
Cool.
I'm gonna do well connected. Get a resource.
Alright.
There's your resource.
Ooh, it's yummy.
Unflip you. Let's add a doom.
Ooh, it's yummy.
This goes away. Penny.
Penny. Scaring fog. There's
There's
already
already
one
one?
here. So
Yay.
nothing.
Valentino. Terror in the Night. Oh, this could be it. Yep, this could
What
be it.
happens if you fail?
We each take 3 horror.
Or
Oh no, if there are
each
3
take
copies
3.
next to your agenda deck, discard them and each of us takes 3 horror.
Ooh,
Yep.
that's no fun.
So let me use well connected.
How do I get that card?
I know. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I am at +2, so I'm at a 3 to a 4. Here it goes. 3 to a 4.
3, 2, 4.
What a -2. But I will pay 2 resources
Yeah.
for an event. Sure gamble. Fortune, insight, fast. Play after you reveal a chaos token or a negative modifier. Switch that token's minus to a plus.
Cool.
So I actually do make it. And I am out of cards. And that was me. Or at least that. I was going to try to use that up here to get rid of the scaring fog, you know. So, I'm going to come up here. I'm at a 3 to a 3. Put one of your clues down and I'm going to risk that. That's 1.
You could get a +1. When? Get 3.
Where?
I mean, right at your location. If you get a +1, you could get a clue, actually.
Here you mean?
No, right here. There's no clues there. Right here. At the location.
No, it's a
you're-
6. Scaring fog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I am just going to get 2 more resources because that's what I thrive on. Because then maybe I can do this and it'll give me +3.
Yeah, that would be
Be a
cool.
6 to a 6.
That would be cool.
Alright, Penny.
Penny, I am going to try and get some clues. No, I'm not. That's it for sure. What am I thinking? I'm going to get some resources.
So I evaded this thing.
No, but it's unexhausted because of the upkeep phase.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna gain 3 resources because I don't know why.
Don't know what else to do, right?
Yeah, I've got nothing else to do.
Okay, you're flipped over.
Yep.
Enemy phase. He moves. Inevitable death is coming.
Yay!
Upkeep. Flip the people.
Yep.
Unexhaust while connected. Gain a resource.
Oh yeah, we do gain a resource. I'm rich now.
Yep, we're gonna add a doom.
How much money do I have? I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's that, which is the bad number. And Penny.
Alright. Crypt Chill, yay! I'm gonna spend 3 resources
For Dig Deep.
for Dig Deep, yeah. So now I'm at a 7 to a 4. Will. You know what, I should probably read this. Test Will 4. If you fail, choose and discard 1 asset you control. If you cannot, take 2 damage instead.
Okay. And now he has an asset he can get rid of, but he wants to pass this test, so use her ability to get a clue.
Yep.
That's why he's doing that.
Mhm. With a -1, so I do succeed, and I do gain a clue because of my ability.
Yeah.
So that means a clue. Yay! I love clues, they're fun.
Yeah. And then Valentino. Crypt Chill. Damn. Oh yeah, well connected. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13. So plus 2. So I'm at a 3. Oh, this is horrible. What a skull. So first, if I fail to discard one asset I control, there goes my well connected.
Oh, now we actually have no cards.
And this was not during an evade or an attack, so I don't have to do that.
Good.
Yeah. Alright, well, there goes my chance of getting that.
Yep.
Because I was going to get resources and I would be plus 3, so I would have been at a 6. But now I'm nothing.
Yeah, now you're nothing.
I'm nothing.
You've never been anything. You've always been nothing.
Yep.
You are nothing.
So I'm going to allow Penny to just keep going with turns and try to get revelations. I'm going to come down here for 1. He engages me. And I'm going to try to evade for 2.
Alright, sounds good.
I'm at a 4 to a 3. With a plus 1.
Cool.
Is actually evaded.
Cool.
And then I am going to...
Kick him.
I'm going to punch him.
Yeah, punch him.
Yep, I'm punching him. A -1, so I fail.
Alright, punch him again.
But no, that was it.
Oh.
1 to move, 2 to evade, 3.
Oh, yeah.
Punch.
Alright, Penny, I'm just gonna get money. Because I've got nothing really to do, so
Right.
I'm just gonna get resources.
Alright, you flip.
Stack them up in a pyramid. There we go. Alright. Enemy phase. No enemies.
Upkeep.
Okay, reset
Engages me.
vehicles, unexhaust that guy.
I got nothing
Everybody
else.
Doesn't draw a card.
Gain the
but
resource.
means a resource. Don't slap me.
1, 2. Oh, it doesn't matter how many resources I got anymore. I have no other cards.
Yeah.
Let's do another Doom. Dang. There's 3, 6, 7, 8 Doom.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Penny.
Alright, Shapes in the Mist. Surge. Resolve each haunted ability on your location. Is that? No, it can't be. Just my imagination, surely.
So you have to choose and discard a card from your hand.
Alright, then I'll get rid of one of these acts of desperation.
And there goes the Surge.
Yay. Realm of Torment. That exists now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now my turn. Ooh, a Shadowhound. Alright. My turn. I'll just try to evade.
Alright.
I could buy you some more time and just move over here and come with me, but I take damage in horror. I think that might be the best.
Or you could just like evade both of them.
4 to 3 is tough.
Alright, then just go over there.
Should I?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna get them away from you. I'm gonna move here.
And then you
So I
take
take 2 damage and horror. So give me a 3 out of 5. And I'm at a 5 out of 7 for horror. Alright, now I'm going to try to evade the Hound. 4 to a 1. With a skull, so I just made it. Now I'm going to try to evade the Watcher.
So he's evaded the hell.
Yes.
Not the billions, really.
A Spectral Watcher, I am going to 4 to a 3. A plus 1. Dang, can't believe that worked out.
Good job.
Alright, Penny. Starting
Penny.
your turn, right?
Yeah, starting my turn, I have to resolve each haunted ability.
Choose
I'm
this
gonna
card from your hand.
get rid of this one.
Okay.
Embodied. Then I'm gonna gain 3 resources.
Okay.
That's my 3 actions. Then I'm gonna test for Realm of Torment, and I'm gonna spend 2 resources
To put you to what?
to put me to I'm at a 4 plus 2 is 6.
2 or 3?
6 to a 3, yeah.
Alright.
Because there's nothing worse than a -3 except of course
Yep.
that thing.
Can't believe we're still alive.
With a 0, so I do succeed, but it's not a revelation effect, it's a forced effect.
Yeah. Okay, enemy phase. No enemies.
Yep.
Upkeep.
Reset
There's
meeples.
one engage.
Everybody gains a resource, so then I can add it to the pyramid.
Let's do a doom. Damn, there's like 9 doom
Yeah.
here. And penny.
Alright. Shapes in the Mist. Surge. Resolve each haunted ability on your location.
Choose this card from your hand.
Alright, then I'll get rid of Act of Desperation.
Alright, surges.
Watcher's Grasp. Heal 3 damage from the Spectral Watcher. Ready the Spectral Watcher. It moves, engages, and attacks as if it were the enemy phase. Throughout the resolution of this effect, the Spectral Watcher gains prey. But he's already engaged with
So he
you,
attacks
he's
me.
just gonna beat you up.
Yep, so I'm at 1. I got 1 each left.
You can't take another hit.
No. So give me a 3, please. Oh, I see it right there waiting for me.
Yeah.
And now it's my turn.
Don't put any damage in the horror.
Oh, here's a Shadow Hound.
Oh,
So I have 2 Shadow Hounds and a Spectral Watcher on me.
Yep.
I'm just going to go. Oh, evade, evade, evade.
Cool.
Spectral Hound number 1 on top. 4 to a 1. +1. Damn, I need that for the other one. Alright, there's that. Second one. An Elder Sign. Gain 2 resources. Both of those I could have used with this jerk.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that jerk will be the death of
4 to a 3, yeah. Oh, and he's alert. But
Yep, he kills you.
Yep, he does kill me. So I'll put this stuff back. Here's my 3 clues.
You were killed by the Spectral Watcher, so...
Was I?
Yeah, he attacked you and killed you.
Forms an attack. Yeah. So. Yep. Was taken by the Watcher.
Alright. That's not how you spell Watcher. How do you spell Watcher?
WATCHER.
Yep. Yep. Alright. Valentino was taken by the Watcher.
Yep. That was me. So Penny.
Penny.
Curling up in the corner.
Yep. I'm gonna gain 3 resources.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just waiting.
Alright, enemy
I'm
face.
richer than Valentino.
This guy hunts. Upkeep. These 2 ready.
Yeah.
And you do get a resource though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all these here. Take one of mine. I've got like freaking 15, 16 alright.
I've got 6. I've got 17 resources.
Nice. Okay, we'll add a doom. You get a card.
Fate of all fools. Peril, you must, I'll do the top one.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, then, guess what I'm gonna do? I'll take 3 resources, please.
Well, does that add to your evade?
And to my, the dig deep?
Yeah. Oh, you must
Yeah.
wait for him to come to you, so.
Dig deep does add to my
Yeah.
evade.
Okay, so you'll be able to evade.
Alright, I've got 20 resources now.
Nice. Alright, upkeep. Enemy, he comes up,
Yep.
engages you, and attacks.
Ah, that's what he sounds like.
What a crazy person.
Yeah. Alright, I got beat up. But I do gain a resource. So now I have 21 resources and I have a big pyramid now. I'm not sure if you guys can see that.
No,
No,
I
they
can't.
can't.
Oops. Alright,
Yeah, they can't see it.
so your turn.
My turn. I've got this guy on me.
You get your 1 resource.
I did get my 1 resource. Now I have 21.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should there be another one or no? I can't remember if we added a doom. Alright, well either way there's 10 doom, so
Yeah.
I can't really.
I'm gonna try to evade him.
Okay.
I'm gonna use able-bodied,
Okay.
and I'm gonna while you control 2 or fewer item assets, able-bodied gains another combat and evade.
Okay.
But if I control 1 or fewer, then it gains 2 combat and evade, but I control 2. So, that would be 2 agility, and then I'll use...
What is your combat?
Combat is 3.
So you throw a knife, that gives you 4 or 5. You can do that for 6, 7, and do 2 damage. I don't know.
I'll do that.
You can do
after
2
I-
damage, and then you can evade it.
No, I'm gonna evade it and then attack him.
Then you don't get that advantage. Because you can evade using dig deep.
I am.
But why do you throw out that card?
Because to save... You know what, actually...
Yeah, that's better for combat.
Yeah, so... I'll use 3 resources from Dig Deep.
For evade?
Yep.
Okay.
So now I'm down to 18.
Okay.
With a skull, so I,
You evade him.
yeah, I do evade him. Then I shall attack him
Yep.
by throwing my knife.
Which gives you +2.
Yep, and also...
So you're at a 5.
Yeah, I'm at a 5.
5 to a 3.
Yeah.
Go for it.
With a skull,
Oh,
So-
poop, 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 poop.
I have to choose and discard a card from my hand. They're both good cards for combat.
Yep. Well, you're probably not going to feed him. I mean, you got all these guys coming too.
I'll get rid of able-bodied.
Yep.
And then I have 1 more action, so I'm going to spend 1 resource and gain a knife.
Okay. And you're down?
Yep, I'm down.
Okay. Enemy phase. These 2 dudes come here.
Yep. Upkeep.
He engages
Reset
you.
people. He engages me.
Get a resource.
A resource.
Add a doom now because we're going to do a new turn. And there's your card.
Fate of all fools. So I could either take 2 direct damage or place a doom on it, which would make me take 2 direct damage or 2 damage and 2 more. So I'll just do the 2 damage.
Okay.
Wait, is it and or is it or
What?
for that thing?
After doom is placed on any card, each investigator must take 2 damage or 2 horror.
So it's or, but
Yeah. Better chance with horror. I don't know.
alright, so I'll just place a doom on Fate of All Fools.
There's a doom on your fools. Okay.
And then I'll take 2 horror.
So you got 3 out of 5.
Yep. That was a revelation effect, but not a skill test, so.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Alright,
Your turn.
my turn. I'm gonna try to evade this guy. I'm gonna use 3 resources. And I'm gonna try to evade him.
So what are you at?
A 5 to a 3.
Why don't you do one more?
Wait, no, 6 to a 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a -2, so I do succeed, and I evade him.
And it was one action.
Yep, then for my second action, I'm gonna get more resources. 2 more resources for my second and third action.
Okay, enemy phase.
No, I mean, is it
1
something like
damage, 2 damage.
that? Okay.
You just take 2 damage from the hound attacking you.
Roar! That's what they sound like.
Okay, upkeep. This guy engages you.
Yep,
You do get a resource.
yep.
Okay, it's probably going to be it. Here's the
Yep.
doom. And here's your card.
Thank you. For this wraith.
Oh boy.
Thanks, I need more enemies.
You got 2 hounds, a wraith, and a spectral watcher on you. And your turn, go.
Okay. So
Well, you got a stray cat.
I do have a stray cat, so I'm gonna use this guy on the watcher.
Okay. So he's throwing a cat in its face. Oh, oh! Cat gets him. Got
Cat
3
got
my
him.
enemies, 3 evade chances.
Alright, I'm gonna evade this shadow hound.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna start with the wraith actually. And I'm gonna spend. I'm at 2 plus 2 would be 4, so I'm gonna spend 3 and get to 5.
Okay, 5 to a 2.
Yep. With an auto fail.
Okay, so
I'm
it's
dead.
not a attack or opportunity or anything, but
Am I dead though?
you will be. Try to evade other stuff.
Yep,
though.
I'm dead.
Just go
Alright.
fight it out.
On the spirit hound, this one.
We'll go for a watcher again. We're that thing again.
Sure. On the wraith.
Okay, same thing as last time. 5 to a 2.
With a +1, so I do succeed.
So he's evaded.
Then on this shadow hound, I'm gonna
It's
spend
your last
2
action.
resources. Yep. With a 0, so I do succeed.
Okay. It's out of action. Slip your card.
Yep. Alright.
Enemy
then
phase, the
enemy
hound
phase,
attacks and does
he
a damage.
does 1 damage. So that would be 7, so I'm dead.
Okay. If you were defeated by a monster,
I was.
was claimed by specters. There it is right there. I'll keep this doom in case if it matters. I don't know if it does.
Was claimed by specters.
TRES, I think. Okay, put your clues on.
Alright. Put my clues on. The act. Yeah, put my clues on the act.
Okay, let's see what it says. No resolution was reached because each investigator was defeated. Mr. Sanford, thank you so much for coming. I know you are a busy man. Your presence at tonight's meeting is very much appreciated. Joseph shakes Carl Sanford's hand firmly as he speaks. Sanford merely nods. I know you've only just arrived, but I have some private matters to discuss with you, if that is all right, Joseph continues, his narrow eyes shifting back and forth between the men flanking Mr. Sanford. Very well, the elderly man nods to his two enforcers, who step aside to give him privacy. He cradles his hands behind his back, his stature impressive for his age. His discerning eyes fall on Joseph. What is the matter? Joseph leans closer. It's here, sir. It's here in this very house. There is a quiet pause between the two men, then Carl Sanford smiles. No experience is earned for this prologue. In your campaign log, record X pieces of evidence were left behind.
Okay.
X is the total number of clues on Act 1A, the disappearance.
Alright.
So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18.
18 pieces of evidence were left behind.
Yes.
Pieces of evidence were left behind.
Yep. Return each of the player cards using scenario to the collection, which we're going to do. Each player chooses an investigator from the standard pool of investigators and assembles his or her investigator deck, which we'll do. Proceed to scenario 1 of witching hour, which we will do.
Cool.
All right.
Hold on. Let's just mark off that we did.
Oh, the prologue?
Prologue.
Yes.
Alright, so the prologue is now marked off.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright. The prologue, we probably messed up a little bit, maybe even cheated, but we didn't mean to. Alright. See ya.
Goodbye.